All right, so let's start with your homework. We'll do number 81 first. It's asking us to find the first 4. So on a list of 4, from 1 to 4, of 10, find the sum. So really, it's a little bit tricky, but this is saying, okay, so the first term is going to be 10. The second term is going to be 10. The third term is going to be 10. And the fourth term is going to be 10. So it's a little bit different. But really, this is just telling you what number it is in the list, and then to sum them all together. So that's why this answer was 40. Number 83, we're finding the sum from 0 to 4 of I squared, starting at 0, then going to 1, 2, 3, 4. And if you were to type those into your calculator, that would come out to be 30. For number 85, it tells us we're finding the sum from 0 to 3 of 1 over k squared plus 1. And then for 87, while we're here, 87 looks a little more complicated. We're finding the sum from 1 to 4 of I minus 1 to the second plus I plus 1 to the third. All right, so we'll do one at a time here. This would be 1 over 0 squared plus 1 plus 1 over 1 squared plus 1 plus 1 over 2 squared plus 1 plus 1 over 3 squared plus 1. We'll stop when we get to 3. And it's going to be 1 over 1 plus 1 over 2 plus 1 over 5. And if you do the math here for 85, that'll come out to just be 9/5. This last one, it's a little scary looking, but we're going to start at 1 and go up to 4. So we're going to have 1 minus 1 squared plus 1 plus 1 to the third. We're going to put 2 in. Then we're going to put 3 in. Let me just make sure I wrote it down right. Yeah, it's to the third. Third, this is to the third. And then we're going to have 4. And if we do that for 87, that'll be 238. Just type that into your calculator, or you could just do each one individually. All right, so now we'll do 105 to 111. Find the indicated partial sum of the series. Okay, so for number 105, we want to find the fifth, what does it want? The fourth partial sum. So we're going to be going from 1 to 4 of 5 times 1/2 to the I power. Well, this is just 5 times the sum from 1 to 4 of 1/2 to the I power. And if we do that, this will be 1/2 to the first plus 1/2 to the second plus 1/2 to the third plus 1/2 to the fourth. So let me just type that into my calculator. It's going to be, let's see, 0.5 plus 0.5 squared plus 0.5 to the third plus 0.5 to the fourth times 5. All right, I'm getting 4.6875 as a fraction. That's 75 over 16. Or you could just write the decimal. It's a rational number, so 75 over 16 is fine also. For number 107, we have the third partial sum. That means we're going from 1 to 4, or 1 to 3, of 4 times negative 1/2 to the n power, which is going to be 4 times the sum from negative 1/2 to the n power, which is 4 times negative 1/2 to the first, plus negative 1/2 to the second, plus negative 1/2 to the third. And if you type that into your calculator, you'll get it's negative 3/2. 109. Find the sum of the infinite series. Okay, so let's see here. Finding the sum from 1 to infinity of 6 times 1/10 to the I power. This is going to be 6 times the sum from 1 to infinity of 1/10 to the I power, or 6 times 1/10 plus 1/100th plus 1,000th. Really, I'm just doing 10 to all these different powers, right, up until I don't feel like doing it anymore. Forever. So this is going to be 6 times 0.1 plus 0.01 plus 0.001 plus 0.0001, so on, which is going to be 6 times 0.11111, or 0.6 repeating, which is 2/3. Doesn't matter how you write it. And the last one, 111, it's asking us to find, well, this is kind of like the one before that. It's just the sum from 1 to infinity of 1/10 to the k power. Well, this part is just like this. And I'm trying to move it. It doesn't want to move. All right, there we go. And 0.1 repeating is really just the same thing as 1/9. All right. I mean, really, you could write 0.1 repeating if you want, or 1/9 is the same thing. Thank you very much. Have a nice day.